With a solid understanding of your data and the application of analytical techniques, the next step in intelligence analysis is building hypotheses and making predictions. This lesson is all about taking the insights you've gained and using them to construct plausible explanations and anticipate future developments. Building a hypothesis is about making an educated guess based on the evidence you've collected and analyzed. A hypothesis is a statement that attempts to explain a situation or predict an outcome. It should be clear, concise, and testable. The goal is to create a hypothesis that can be supported or refuted by further analysis or additional data. The process of building a hypothesis starts with identifying the key questions or problems that your analysis is addressing. For example, if you're analyzing a potential security threat, your key question might be, what is the most likely course of action for this threat? From this question, you can develop one or more hypotheses that offer possible explanations or predictions. Once you have your hypothesis, the next step is to test it. Testing a hypothesis involves gathering more data or applying additional analytical techniques to see if the evidence supports your hypothesis. This is where critical thinking comes into play again. You need to be open to the possibility that your hypothesis might be wrong, or that the data might lead you in a different direction than expected. There are several methods you can use to test hypotheses. One common approach is scenario analysis, where you explore different potential outcomes based on your hypothesis. For example, if your hypothesis is that a certain group is planning an attack, you might create scenarios that examine how this plan could unfold, considering different variables like time, location, and resources. Another method is pattern recognition, where you look for patterns in the data that align with your hypothesis. If you're analyzing a series of events, you might notice a pattern that supports your hypothesis, such as repeated actions or similar circumstances in each case. Counterfactual reasoning is another powerful technique. This involves considering what would happen if your hypothesis were not true. By exploring alternative scenarios where your hypothesis doesn't hold, you can better understand its strengths and weaknesses and refine your predictions accordingly. As you test your hypothesis, it's important to continuously update and refine it based on new evidence. Intelligence analysis is an iterative process, meaning that hypotheses should evolve as more information becomes available. Don't be afraid to revise your hypothesis if the data suggests a different conclusion. That's a sign of rigorous analysis. Once you've tested your hypothesis and refined it, the final step is to make predictions. These predictions should be based on the most likely outcomes of your hypothesis, considering all the evidence you've analyzed. Predictions are a powerful tool in intelligence analysis because they allow decision makers to prepare for future events and take proactive measures. For example, if your hypothesis is that a particular group is planning an attack, your prediction might outline the most likely time and place for the attack, allowing security forces to take preventive action. In the corporate world, if your hypothesis is that a competitor is preparing to launch a new product, your prediction might help your company develop a strategy to counter this move. In summary, building hypotheses and making predictions are crucial steps in intelligence analysis. They allow you to move from simply understanding the present to anticipating the future, providing valuable insights that can guide strategic decisions. In our next lesson, we'll explore how to evaluate sources and verify information to ensure the reliability of your analysis. Let's continue developing your skills and preparing you to make informed, accurate predictions in your work as an intelligence analyst.